Botrix has correctly joined the channel.
Nba2k Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And you can feel the anticipation building with the introduction of each player. Stick around. We'll be right back. The next stage of the Eastern Conference playoff battle begins here. Game 1 of the conference semifinals. Both these teams have survived and moved one step closer to the top. So with Lillard on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Harper is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Wembanyama. Then there's LaMelo Ball. And it's Harris in at the two-guard spot. And for New York, they've got Jones. Trey Mann is out there with Jones. Then it's Williams. And it's Powell in at the small forward.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Harris. And now Ball pushing it up. No one back to stop him. There's the dish to Harper. 6 on the shot clock. And Harper slams it in.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. The pass to Powell. Back to Williams. And another turnover here by New York.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
15 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Harper up top, going inside, and Harper slams it in.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back.
So with Lillard on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Jimmy Butler. Harris is out there with Ball. Then there's Harper. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5. Okogie misses. Miami controlling the game. And Miami can just let the clock run down here. Harper. And that one drops for him. Harper's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Heat.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away. All right, David, thank you.
.2k Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The postseason continues to heat up here on 2K Sports. So a look at our starters for the Heat. They've got Victor Wembanyama. LaMelo Ball is out there with Butler. And it's Harris in at the 2. And for the Knicks, they've got Trey Mann. Williams is out there with Norman Powell. And it's Jones in at the 4-man position. You take a look at the Heat, and they're coming in with a lot of confidence after seizing home court advantage in Game 1.
And yeah, if they win tonight, we could be looking at a major upset. Already, this series is hanging in the balance. He put some rage into that one, B.A.
You're telling me. Williams passes to Jones. Here's Powell. Harper pulls it in. He takes it inside. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
And he dunks it down.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show. With a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter, they've done well to disrupt the opposition. And let's get you back to the action as Game 2 is getting underway. All right, guys, what do you think about the Heat here?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
Josh Okogie is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Jalen Williams. And it's Jones in at the 4. That's the group for New York starting the second.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little bit.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. And New York has possession. 8-point game. Here's Okogie. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
All alone from mid-range. You gotta think he's kicking himself.
Here's Harper.
Oh! Wow! Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? Harper's got a perfect 5 for 5 from the field. Ball with a steal. In transition, here they come. On up the court, rips down the breakaway slam.
What a two-way play.
Knicks trail by 13. Pass to Okogie. No one near him. And that one's long. Here's Harper. 12 points for him. There's the drive.
Should just about do it. Big time shot in the final stretches here.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to let up, and I like that. Keep pouring it on.
Tipped. And so it's the Miami Heat liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. They're getting quality looks, and that's why. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, that's great decision-making, and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
Happy to have you back with us for the Eastern Conference semifinals on 2K Sports. Setting the floor for Miami. Wembanyama out there with Butler. Then it's Ball. Then there's Edwards. And it's Harper in at the 3. And here's New York now, trailing by 17.
And so that's the end of Game 2. No question, this is a big win for the Heat.
When you look at the stat sheet, it's impressive this wasn't a total blowout. Their offense was in top gear all night long, Grant.
I thought the same.
Oh, my goodness!
What a dunk!
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on them.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Fires the three. Knocks down the triple.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Here's the three, and that bucket's good.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
So no problem for Miami as they get the win. And this win shows they have the momentum so far in this series. Up 2-0 now. All right, Allie, thank you. That'll do it for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference.
Let's meet the starting
So with Williams on the bench, here's the five for Doc Rivers right now. You've got Williams. Jones is out there with Trey Mann. Then it's Jones. And it's Okogie in at the three, the small forward. And for Miami, Harris is out there with Ball. Then there's Wembanyama. And there's Harper. And it's Butler in at the four. Taking a look at New York. This is not how they saw this series, Greg, being played out. 2 losses at home to start off with. And now a lot riding on this game 3.
And their entire season may be riding on. They're reeling after those first 2 losses. Now they need to win at least 2 games on the road. But you know, the change of venue tonight might actually be a good thing for them.
I think so too.
Well, the quick thinking of LaMelo, anticipating the play and coming up with the steal.
Here's Mann. He's covered by Ball. Pass to Okogie. Launches a 3. And it's Harper with the rebound. And Harper slams it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Now the pass to Okogie. Over Butler. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Well, if the defense gives them that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out.
And so it's Miami with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big. And we're back for more exciting action from the Eastern Conference semifinals. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
So with Lillard on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Was out there with Harris. Then it's Butler. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Doris. What about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Awesome rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Jam. Harper with the ball. Brunson picks him up, pushing it up for the finish, and Harper slams it in.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And stolen by Harris. The finish, and outside Harper. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
You know, possessions like that will help them feel good going into that final quarter.
So with Williams on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. They've got Jones. Trey Mann is out there with Jones. Then it's Williams. And it's Okogie in at the 3 slot.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Outside Harper. Gets it off. Beats the buzzer. Wow.
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
Great awareness in crucial situations. Nicely done.
And so it's the Miami Heat looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3.
And Game 3 will go in the record books here. Lots of energy out there tonight, and an important win for Miami.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And this series has really gone their way.
Yeah, it looks like a sweep may be in the cards with tonight's win. They'll be going up 3-0, and this is exactly what they wanted to do.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for prime time.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
So with Rhodes on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Harris. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Butler. Then it's Ball, and it's Harper in at the small forward. Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Jam.
Substitution on the court.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
New York ball.
And the rejection by Towns. Curry fires from way outside. Good.
Oh, beautiful looking shot. I mean, when you can hit it from that deep,
So Miami takes this one by a big margin. You have to think at this point, up 3-zip. It's only a matter of time now, Greg, until this series is in the books.
This victory all...
Thank you for that, David. It's time for us to say so long. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage during the second round.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to 2K Sports. Now, New York starting five. They've got Trey Mann. Williams is out there with Josh Okogie. And it's Jones in at the fourth slot. And for the Heat, they've got Victor Wembanyama. Ball is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Harris in at the two. You take a look at New York. Hard to believe what we've witnessed in this series. A total beatdown, which has them on the ropes.
Yeah, tonight on the road could absolutely be the knockout blow. Everything's stacked up against them, and they don't look like they have anything left in the tank.
Here's Okogie. Miami making their last shot. Here's Harper. He takes it in. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
The ball's knocked loose. Oh, stolen by Harris. And that one is hammered home.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Here's Harper. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Miami Heat leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. More 2K action. And welcome back, folks, for more Eastern Conference semifinal action. Let's quickly break down what we've seen from the Heat.
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Wembanyama. And it's Ball, and it's Harper in at the three. So that's who Miami starts the second with.
And give credit to Ball's quick thinking. Outstanding job reading the opposition and pouncing on the steal.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. And the... .24 seconds left in the third quarter. No good with a jumper from the wing.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Here's Williams. Now here's Mann. Poke loose. So on the floor for the Knicks, they've got Williams. He's out there with Williams. Norman Powell out there with Trey Mann. And it's Jones in at the 2 spot.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Powell's shot is off. Here's Harper. Powell covers. On the take. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on. And that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going fully on display here.
And the Miami Heat will. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Time for us to say so long. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage during the second.
Yeah, now let's welcome to NBA.
Plays Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
For these two teams, 2 rounds down. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. And Wembanyama's out there with Butler. Then there's Harper. Then there's Harris. And it's Ball in a point guard. And for Milwaukee, they've got Smith. All out there with Roy. Then there's Pat Connaughton. And it's Lyles in at the power forward position. You take a look at the Bucks. Fresh and rested after sweeping their last series in the conference semifinals. Greg, can they continue with that momentum?
Well, Kevin, every series is different, and the time off could affect their rhythm or create rust. But the expectation is that they'll pretty swiftly pick up where they left off. And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Here's Harper. Here he goes. And he goes big with the dunk right over Lonzo Ball.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Harper against Connaughton. And Harper slams it in.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big opponent. Lyles out there with Pat Connaughton. Then it's Roy. Then it's Ball, and it's Smith.
Watch out below. Come on now, throw it down.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right now.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Pass to Connaughton. Misses off the left iron.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
And Harper slams it in.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
It'll count. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. Well, we thought the third quarter was over. But it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
Hey, guys, big games like this in the NBA playoffs, you appreciate the benefit of instant.
And so it's the Miami Heat enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've had such great ball movement.
Get a couple stops, get a couple runouts, get into our flow, all right?
And here we go. Heading back to the action here in the Eastern Conference Final.
Man, if ever there were a way to kick off the NBA Conference Finals, this is it. Going to be a table-setting victory here in Game 1 for the Heat.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And they open these conference finals with a forceful performance to take the early lead in the series.
Yeah, they talked about sending a message here in Game 1, and no doubt about it, they delivered that message loud and clear. It's obvious who has the upper hand going forward in this series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for prime time.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
So with Rose on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got LaMelo Ball. And Wembanyama's out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Harris. And it's Harper in at the small forward position. Giannis dunks it down.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, the cleanup is so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game.
James.
the starting group for San Antonio. They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's out there with James. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Ball.
.2k Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The city of Dallas, it's the Western Conference Finals. The battle up. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Wembanyama. James is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Harris, and it's Ball in at the point guard. And for Dallas, we've got Brown. Irving is out there with Jordan Poole. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Tatum in at the 4. Take a look at the Mavericks. After losing game 1 here on their home court, Greg, I sense an air of desperation.
No doubt. You have to treat this like a game 7. You can't afford to head out on the road down 2-0. Early as it may be, they already find themselves in a must-win situation.
Now here's James after Jaylen Brown's miss. And there is for him. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
The 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
The 3.
Got a piece of it. And stolen by James. Good if it goes. And he trains the 3. But let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
And guys, big games like this in the NBA playoff.
We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. Mavericks ahead. They lead by 1. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Keep playing. We got to play with 4.
We're back at the Western Conference Final. Happy to have you with us here on 2K Sports. So with James on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. Irving is out there with Stephen Curry. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Jason Kidd going over the plan with his teams the last few minutes. His message was clear. Let's not beat ourselves. We came in here with a plan. We executed. We're right in this thing. Keep doing what you're doing. Kevin?
Thanks, David. James against Hawkins. The drive by James. Yes!
Just a terrific all-around scoring effort from him. I mean, it's because of that they're even in this game.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Jokic has checked in for Anthony Davis. San Antonio also making some changes. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's ball in for Curry. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game. Prime time.
And he's grabbed this game with both hands and just never let it go. I mean, he scored a huge percentage of their points. He hadn't been the main guy for him. He's been the only guy for him.
Hawkins can't hit.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Floats it up. Wembanyama up in the rafters.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. And so they foul intentionally.
First personal foul.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout.
For your Mavericks, January 12, Jordan Poole. Timeout Spurs. Let's get up out of the seat.
And so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. And this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat of the series. Up now, Greg Tusk. Thank you, David. That concludes this broadcast of the Western Conference Finals. So, for Greg